do we save the Excel workbook? To save the Excel workbook, this is all you do. If it's an existing template or if it's an existing file, what you simply do is you simply save by going to File, then Save. This one doesn't, for this one, maybe it's saying save because it's not in my computer. So I'll, for the first time, I'll go to maybe to the location where I want to drop this particular template. So I then save. By saving, I choose the location. In this case, I've actually chosen the home page. So I will come back again. So we've got a pre-existing template. We've got right, Brother Francis, you want to say something?
Yes, the screen has stopped moving.
Oh, it's not moving. All right, wonderful. Let me take it back. Thank you. Let me take it back. Right, can you see this one now? Confirm you can see this one.
Yes, I'm now seeing.
Ah, wonderful. Thank you very much. So we can proceed. Brother Kuda, how are you? Right. So to save this document, we simply go and click Save. Because this document is already in the system, it's already saved in the computer in a certain location.
I'm good to say.
Excellent, excellent. I trust Nyanga is good. Okay, so you go to File, then you go to Save, just as simple as that. But if it's a new template that you have downloaded online, like the one I've shown you of a loan amortization schedule, or it's a brand new document that you have just created, anything you create from new, you are supposed to come to Save As. The difference between Save and Save As is that Save just save the same name with the same name, same location, doesn't change anything. But with Save As, you can change the name of the document as well as the location where you want to place. So you can come to browse. Most of the people, they choose to have their documents saved in My Documents. So you come to Documents. But I encourage that you create folders and files where you have your e-filing. So you can go to, in your computer, maybe to users, you create a folder there. In that particular folder, then you can name to say management accounts, bank reconciliations, bank statements, this and that. So all your work in Excel and any other documents like PDFs and the like, you can file them correctly, so in sequence and in order, and like just dropping them everywhere on the desktop. It's not correct. And the challenge with the desktop is each time you have to know computer, if it happens to crash, then the challenge is most likely to recover the stuff that's on the desktop. And also kind of desktop documents, then it affects the performance of your computer. So we encourage that you go and file in my documents or somewhere else. So in this case, I'm gonna go on desktop just for demo. So I'll drop this folder on demo. So I can change the name of this. This is called Excel Basics. So I'll say yes. Right, excellent. So this is how we create a workbook. So we're done with what we started yesterday. So you're going to take this heading. We are now up to our lecture number 2. Lecture number 2 out of the 3 lectures we are trying to catch up with others. So this one is called MS Excel Basics. MS Excel Basics or Excel Basics. We want to look at some of the basic functions in Excel before we proceed to the advanced functions in Excel. So MS Excel basics. So the basic functions, you can say, some of the basic functions in Excel are, number one, we've actually done how to create a workbook, saving and save as renaming worksheets. That's number one. So soon after tagadzira our Excel file or the Excel workbook like this, you then see, we then have the workbooks. At times I know you have one sheet number 2, number 3, and you can actually even go on to add more worksheets there. So how do we rename these worksheets so that this is the sales commission for the month of July, and you say July. To do that, you go down to the worksheet 1 or the worksheet information, the worksheet number, whatever the number is. In this case, it's worksheet number 1. You simply right click there. After right clicking, then you say rename. So you say July 2021, or simply July if you want it that way. So we say July 2021. Then you go to the next one and you say rename. Then you say August 2021. Then September 2021. So you can name your worksheets so that when you come back into this workbook, you can actually tell this worksheet is representing the information in your cart. This worksheet has got this and this information. So Montinho Roma notes, if you think, like I mentioned yesterday, it is attack with my basics. So some of you, so just follow through if you know. I think this point I need to take note of, just make sure, because you need to have an appreciation of all the basic functions of Excel before we proceed to use it, teach a little bit more detailed. So as a result, if there's any area that you need clarity or you need to take note of, make sure Munongo jot out my notes as you go. So in renaming worksheets, take these notes and say, right click the worksheet you wish to rename. Then select rename from the worksheet menu. Right click the worksheet you intend or you wish to rename, then select rename. Then you come here to select the rename from the worksheet menu here. So if you do that, you simply proceed to type the name of the worksheet. You are done. So, and when you're working in a bus, I just save work yangu because my gates are so it's good to save. Number 2, how do you delete a worksheet? Deleting a worksheet. Right? Take these notes and say, right click the worksheet you wish to delete. Right click the worksheet you wish to delete. Then select delete like this, like August. So I want to delete my August, select delete. Then select delete, just as simple as that. I've actually deleted the worksheet I don't want anymore. So I've deleted my August, I'm left with July and sheet number 3. How do you, like we are in July, this worksheet, how do you create or replicate this particular worksheet into August? You want to move this data Ratinaro into August. When you get into August, you don't want to start all over again. All you need is to edit, to take the same template, move it to a new worksheet and create another one. So this one, we call it copy, move and copy, or copy and move. You can say copying and moving, move and copy. Right? How do you move or copy the contents as they are? If I come here, someone actually so copy this information. Oh, yeah, panapa worksheet number 3. It's only because I've started a Godzilla worksheet. As you can see, if you see, mukacheka date redu panapa riri kuoneka apa richaoneka, meaning to say if we come here patichapedza today's lecture tichange tarisa a number of things zvinoita kuti this worksheet, this information in this particular worksheet imire zvakanaka zvatinoda, so that you are ready for use with other users. Because some of these reports, you're actually taking them to other people. You can't send something like this. So kana chingeta format negu add a certain formatting here, you realize as we proceed, this document will look excellent at the end of the lecture. So instead of us then starting all over again to type all this information, we can simply come, maybe there are formulas here, like here, there's a formula E9 times 0.05. You don't want to add all those formulas. Maybe it's because this is a very simple formula. You might want to simply, maybe there's a very complicated formula here. You can't come and start all over Basa every month. You can simply move this. To do that, you are going to right click as you're taking notes. You are going to right click the original template or the original worksheet you want to copy. Then you say move or copy. Move or copy. Then you say copy. You say copy. Then it will ask you, Excel will ask you where you want to place the new replicated copy. Then you say at the end or before this one. So you're saying before which sheet? You can say before this sheet or at the end. If I say before this sheet, then I copy. I simply click copy here and I say okay. Then I've actually created another July replica. All I need to come and do here is to come here and say August. Don't change. Don't go to August. August, like this, 2021. Then maybe I change the information here to E. Yeah. Then I clear this information. Then maybe I clear the dates here. Then I'm waiting for maybe the sales reps are still the same. The computations and formula are still the same. All I need now is to begin to add the new information. So I then rename this one to August. I then rename this one to August 2021. Right, excellent. Right, whilst you are there, what if I want to move this template to a brand new, maybe it's another new year. We have gone January, February, March to December 2021. We are getting into 2022. We want to create another new workbook for 22 sales commissions analysis. So to do that, you come and right click here and you say move or copy. Then here where it says move selected sheets to book, you then click here and say to a new book, then you say copy. If you don't click copy here, it will move, it will not copy, it will move this particular workbook to the new workbook. I mean, new worksheet to a new workbook. Then you say okay. So here I am. I'm actually in a new book, which is called book number 3. I've moved everything to a new book, which is book number 3. Book number 3, as you can see here. Excellent. So I'll come back to, allow me to come back to I want this one instead. So I'll share this one. So I'll close this one so that it doesn't confuse me. Don't save. Right, I'm back here again. I'm back here. Right. So that's copying and moving worksheets. Copying and moving worksheets in this. You can move into the same in a new and create a new worksheet in the same workbook, or you can move into a new workbook altogether, or you can move into an existing workbook. It's actually possible to move into an existing workbook. If we say move or copy, if I come here, I can actually, if I've got a number of workbooks that are open, I'll see them here. They will be listed here. Then I simply click to say, I want to move my workbook, this worksheet template to this particular existing workbook. It's actually possible. Right, another point, renaming, coloring, color identification, worksheet color identification, worksheet color identification. We might want to have as a way of customizing, as a way of making our work look presentable, as a way of making the report easy to interpret, to read, and to work with. You can choose to color these worksheets. Maybe you have got 12 worksheets. You want to actually maybe color a certain worksheet to represent a certain report or a certain month or certain category or whatever. So I come here and you simply right click. Everything I'm doing, I'm right clicking. That's one of the best ways to deal with in Excel. So you come here and say tab color. Then you say green for my kepe means July. Then I right click here. I go tab color. Then I go, I'm trying to avoid blue. And you know the reason, eh? I'm trying to avoid blue. I'm trying, if I can have as many green colors. Maybe red means Arsenal. So each time you see blue, it means it might mean something to you. Then you have, then each time you see red, it means August or whatever the tab or that worksheet represents. I want to trust you are following. You are following. Right, let's proceed. Let's proceed. Font formatting. Now we are coming to moving. Papa Tataita wiki. All right, we have done that. Then font formatting. Font formatting. Font formatting. Right, font formatting type as but this is not looking good, and we want to add some formatting. So we've got font formatting, number formatting, and we'll go to change takadar. So the first thing is we want to format the font. The first thing is bolding. To bold font edu, we simply click and highlight the text or the numeric values we want to change into bold. Then number one, we click bold, as simple as this. Then besides bolding, we also have font type. Font type, these are the basics, you have been doing them. Font type, to have the font type, unless if you, for whatever reason, maybe you want to bold, you can bold this as well. You can bold this as well. You can bold this as well. And you can bold this as well, because this is a header. Don't forget, this is our header, and this is our headings, and this is the information we want. We can change the font type. You don't just type information. The default font type, Calibri. Different documents should be given different font types. Like a good example, authors we are trained to like one start material and Terebian. If you happen to be an author or you choose to some writing write-ups and stuff, you learn that font size, the font type, and the paragraphing and the like. It's not something that you just do. You follow certain standards. So to do that in your report, you can come here, like for example, you are encouraged to use Times New Roman. Isusuku ZICA, our standard font, not expect out even in exam and everywhere. One font type we have adopted is called Century Gothic, like this. Then I've changed the font type. Now my report is becoming better. My report is taking shape. My report is taking shape. So I'm formatting. I'm actually having font format. So besides that, I can have maybe the corporate color, yes, ZICA is blue. Like ZICA corporate color is blue. So I might be forced maybe to shade certain information in blue to represent the corporate colors. So here I am, I've shaded the report into blue, just the header. After that, I proceed to add another. Okay, I proceed to add another column, then I can actually underline this part until here to represent my header, like that. So I've got a header, which is the top part, but it's not that good though. And I've got the report at the bottom there, or the information at the bottom there, right? Another thing, besides the font formatting, I think I'm done with the font formatting. But now you can see these dates or here, the date rank panapa paraka perera nepanotangira names edu papa. I don't think I like this. So still under that, we can have some alignments where you then move and align you can move your work a little bit so that it doesn't ayende bayando zimbrana nekune date. So if you move it, you highlight everything. I highlight everything here. I move one step, then it assists me kuti document rangu rakubuda rikusiyo that space, breathing space that makes it look professional as much as possible. Then I can do the same here with my job. I can do the same here with my sales rep here. Then it looks a little bit better now. Right, wonderful. Wonderful. So there we are. So I proceed to save. Each time I'm supposed to go and save, or you can save from the quick access toolbar here. All right. So besides that, I'm supposed to then, if the header, let me begin with the header. I can come here and make sure the company name HPO that it is central to the report. Report yedu pana F panapa. Do pana information pakaperera commission yedu panapa. So what do I need to do? I come here and measure. Measure and center. Measure and center. Measure and center. Merge and center. Merge and center. So to merge is to simply merge my cell account, 2 or more cells into one, so that we create 2 or more cells and actually bring together into one cell. So to do that, you come under home. All these basics, much of them, they are found in the home tab. Most of the basics are found in the home tab. Or you can get certain basics by right-clicking and get the instruction or the commands from the drop down when you right-click. So you come here and say measure and say measure and center. Measure and center. Here you are. Now we have our Zimbabwe Institute of Computerized Accounting centered, and we can change the font size here with font formatting to make this a little bit bigger, right? Then, as you can see here, so I can come here and actually align. I'm coming back the height of this a little bit, so it comes there. Then I come here, then I want to measure this one again so that it goes and my report is slowly coming. Then maybe this is the report. Some companies or some vano prefer reports that have the company name, which is a little bit smaller. Like in this case, we can have 11. Then we have the report name or the header. The report name, we can actually have the report name a little bit bigger. So I've put my report name on or heading, report heading on 16 points here. So pamurukuchinja font size and font type, font size here, you're not just doing it for the sake of it. It's actually, it might be meeting certain requirements of certain reporting and data or report presentations. And it comes my financial statements in most cases munaitira pa Excel, Makwaita mabvisa unana QuickBooks information yacho namakuita maybe at the end of the year, or you want to analyze the management accounts, you are supposed to take note of these formattings. So you come here, you have this, maybe let's make it 12, it's a little bit too small. So there we are, we have got our report. Now it's taking shape slowly, and I want this header to come pan up. As you can see, now to my line 22 hour, I'm going to my line 22 to dig, because I'm doing all this to make my report look excellent, look awesome, so that people will trust me and believe in me and my skills. So report rikubuda chose, but still distorted. I can't send this report to anyone. So before I do, we agreed that even in Mimi Mukazenge Maku submit any work, don't ever submit any work in all these grid lines. They distorted the report. We don't want that. So what are you supposed to do? You go to view like we did yesterday, title the view tab, provide commands for viewing, for how you want the report or the worksheet to look like. So I come here, Pakan's grid lines. As you can see, grid lines, then I take off the grid lines so that the report rank, it's actually slowly getting there. I know there is the 5% that's spilling into G. I know this, we can't read everything here. We are coming there slowly, slowly, slowly. If you think you're okay, just let me rush through like this. All right, there we are. Let's proceed. Besides that, we can what do you call it? We can customize the height or the size of the width or height of a cell or a column, so that information here the same column by kwana. Usually kana tine column maybe rakadai rinogona kuita kuti information yedu inogona kunge isingaverengenge like this. Tane ma numbers asisiri kuerengeka. Just to do that, you simply come and double click here. Then you get everything you want in that particular cell. So now there's Excel will provide the correct size. If I click here, if I come here, you take my mouse here, then there's a plus there. Then left click. If I left click, then Excel will tell me the width size, which is 20.86 points. That's the width size, and I know this is the width size. But in some cases, you might want to have, like as you can see, Panapagan's invoice amount. I need to change the width size by simply double clicking here. So everything is coming out nice now. But as you can see, here there is all these company, Zimbabwe Defense Forces, Harare Polytechnics, all these jobs for these companies. I need to also double click here. So I've got a report. As I do that, it's not affecting the top, the header, because already I've measured all these cells. So if I continue to move right with this particular column, then this will remain on sender. This will remain, everything remains the header, nothing will change from the header. Right, wonderful. So we have this, but there are times when maybe you want information young, it's crowded. Information young, I don't want a report like this. I know defaultly a lot of people want to go shadow any report like that. So besides moving by simply right clicking, left clicking, by moving to here and left click and then begin to move your mouse like this to define the width size or the height size. Like for example, if I come here, maybe for whatever reason, you want to go down to have your information or to make the height of this particular row a little bit bigger. Besides doing that, this is what we recommend. This is what we recommend, right? We are being cut off in the next few seconds, about 30 seconds. Then I'll come back and start from where we left off. how to size, how to customize and size the rows and columns, customizing the size of rows and columns. So I'm just waiting for them to log us out so that I begin to log you in again.